What happens when the rules of aristocracy collide with the freedom of modern love? In The Heir, the first book in the sparkling Belvedere series, Elodie Hart delivers a contemporary romance that is equal parts royal fantasy and emotional depth. This is not just a story about titles and tiaras. It is a poignant exploration of duty versus desire and the courage it takes to rewrite the script of your own life. If you crave stories with brooding dukes, fierce heroines who refuse to be intimidated by lineage, and chemistry that simmers beneath layers of propriety, this audiobook is a luxurious escape. Prepare to meet Julian Thorne, the Duke of Belvedere, who carries the weight of centuries on his shoulders, and Clara Vance, the American art restorer who sees the man behind the mask. The story centers on Julian Thorne, the current Duke of Belvedere, a man whose life has been dictated by tradition, expectation, and the cold walls of his ancestral estate. He is handsome, wealthy, and utterly alone, trapped in a gilded cage of his own making. When he hires Clara Vance, a talented and independent art restorer from New York, to restore the fading frescoes in his family's gallery, he expects a transaction. What he gets is a challenge. Clara is unimpressed by his title and unafraid to speak her mind, seeing through his aloof exterior to the loneliness within. Their initial interactions are fraught with tension, professional on the surface, electric underneath. The audiobook narration captures the contrast between Julian's reserved, polished tone and Clara's warm, vibrant voice, highlighting the cultural and clash that sparks their attraction. Elodie Hart excels at creating an atmosphere of old-world charm mixed with modern sensibilities. The setting of Belvedere Manor is vividly rendered, from the dusty archives to the sun-drenched galleries, making the estate feel like a character in its own right. The prose is elegant yet accessible, balancing the grandeur of the Duke's world with the grounded reality of Clara's life. The audiobook format enhances this immersion, allowing listeners to hear the rustle of silk, the click of heels on marble, and the quiet intimacy of whispered conversations. You will feel the weight of Julian's legacy and the lightness Clara brings into his life. But The Heir is more than just a fairy tale. It is a story about identity and the cost of conformity. Julian struggles with the pressure to produce an heir and maintain the family's reputation, while Clara grapples with her own insecurities about belonging in a world so different from her own. Their relationship forces them to confront their fears, Julian's fear of vulnerability and Clara's fear of being overshadowed. The story explores themes of class difference, family obligation, and the definition of home. It asks difficult questions. Can love bridge the gap between two worlds? And is it possible to honor the past without being imprisoned by it? As the plot thickens, external pressures emerge to test their bond. The aristocratic society of London scrutinizes their relationship, and Julian's family demands he marry within his station. Clara must decide if she is willing to fight for a place in a world that may never fully accept her. The supporting cast, including Julian's skeptical relatives and Clara's supportive friends, add humor and depth to the narrative, grounding the high-stakes romance in everyday emotions. The plot twists are well executed, keeping listeners guessing about whether their love can survive the glare of public opinion. The climax of the book is a heart-stopping confrontation where Julian must choose between his duty to his title and devotion to Clara. The resolution is satisfying and hopeful, offering a vision of love that is both passionate and equal. For fans of contemporary romance, this audiobook is a standout. It offers a perfect blend of fantasy fulfillment and emotional realism, allowing you to experience the thrill of forbidden love and the warmth of acceptance. Whether you are commuting or relaxing at home, The Heir will hold your attention captive. It is a reminder that while titles may define status, love defines worth. So plug in your headphones, enter the manor, and prepare to swoon. This is a story that will leave you believing in happily ever afters.